Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about something that touches so many lives, something that can feel like the end of the world, but can also be the beginning of a new, stronger kind of family. We're talking about separation and co-parenting. Now, I know. The journey of separation is one of the most challenging roads any of us can walk. It's a deeply personal, often painful process filled with complexities. Not just for the two people whose romantic journey has come to an end, but most profoundly for the children who are watching, listening, and feeling everything right alongside you. They are the silent witnesses to a shifting world, their world. The truth of the matter is how you, as parents, navigate this new chapter will write the story of your children's emotional and psychological future. It's a tremendous responsibility, isn't it? The foundation of their well-being, their sense of security, their belief in love and stability. It all hinges on how you choose to manage this new family dynamic. It's not about pretending the pain isn't there. It's about rising above it for the sake of those little hearts and minds who are counting on you now more than ever to show them the way forward with grace, with strength, and with unwavering love. So today we're going to explore how to do just that. We're going to have an honest conversation about putting your children first. Always. It's about creating a peaceful path forward, even when your own path feels uncertain. We'll talk about the practical steps, the emotional truths, and the deep-down commitment it takes to co-parent with intention and purpose, because your children deserve to thrive, not just survive this transition, and you have the power within you to make that happen. Let's get started. The absolute cornerstone of successful co-parenting is communication. But not just any communication. We're talking about a kind of communication that is intentional, that is respectful, and that always keeps your child at the very center of the conversation. I want you to think of your interactions with your co-parent as a business partnership, and the business, it's the well-being of your child. You wouldn't scream or curse at a business partner in a meeting, would you? The same dignity and professionalism must apply here. This means making a conscious, deliberate choice to speak to each other calmly, even when you're discussing difficult topics. It's about choosing your words with care, focusing on solutions, not blame. One of the greatest gifts you can give your child during this time is the gift of peace in their own home. This means making a sacred pact with your co-parent that your children will never, ever be witnesses to your arguments. Take the conflict elsewhere. Have those difficult conversations over the phone when the children are asleep, exchange emails, or meet for coffee on neutral ground. Your home and your co-parent's home must be a sanctuary for your child, free from the tension and anxiety that adult conflict creates. They need to feel that their safe spaces are truly safe, not emotional battlegrounds where they have to walk on eggshells. And this communication extends to keeping each other in the loop about your child's life. This isn't about surveillance. It's about partnership. Who has the parent-teacher conference this week? What was the highlight of the soccer game? Did the doctor give any new instructions? Sharing these details shows your child that you are a united team, a parental front that is solid and dependable, even if you live in different houses. It tells them, Mum and Dad are both my parents and they are both working together for me. That feeling of being held by a connected team is priceless. Children don't just like routine. They thrive on it. Routine is the invisible architecture that makes a child's world feel predictable, safe, and secure. When a family separates, that architecture can feel like it's crumbling. That is why one of your most important jobs as co-parents is to rebuild it, together. Creating consistency between your two homes is a powerful way to tell your child, even though some big things have changed, the small things you count on are still here. This means trying to align on the fundamentals, things like bedtime, rules about screen time, homework schedules, and mealtime rituals. When a child knows that bedtime is at 8 o'clock, whether they are at Mom's house or Dad's house, it removes confusion and anxiety. It creates a seamless rhythm to their life, a predictable beat they can rely on. This doesn't mean your homes have to be identical clones of each other, not at all. Each of you will have your own unique flavor and traditions. but agreeing on the core structure provides an essential anchor for your child as they navigate the currents of moving between two households. It makes the transition from one home to the other so much smoother because the underlying foundation remains the same. And let's talk about their space. It is so important for a child to feel that they have a real home in both places, not that they are just a visitor in one parent's life. This means more than just a sleeping bag in a spare room. It means having their own dedicated space, a corner of the world that is truly theirs. A bed with their own sheets, a drawer for their clothes, a shelf for their favorite books and toys, maybe a spot on the wall for their artwork. These small things send a huge message. You belong here. You are wanted here. This is your home too. Now this is a big one. This is a rule that cannot be bent. Under no circumstances should your child ever be put in the middle of your parental conflict. They are not messengers, they are not spies, and they are certainly not therapists. Asking your child to carry a message to the other parent, especially if it's about a contentious topic like money or scheduling disagreements, places a burden on their shoulders that is far too heavy for them to carry. It forces them into a position of loyalty, binds, and emotional stress that no child should ever have to experience. It's your job to communicate with your co-parent, adult to adult. Making a child choose sides is one of the most damaging things a parent can do. Whether you say it out loud or imply it through your actions, asking, "Who do you want to live with?" or "Don't you agree that your mother is being unreasonable?" is asking them to betray one of the two most important people in their world. Their love for both of you is absolute, and forcing them to align with one against the other creates deep, lasting emotional scars. They need to be free to love both of their parents openly and without guilt or fear of disappointing one of you. Your child's primary role is to be a child. It is to play, to learn, to grow, and to feel loved and secure. It is not their job to manage your emotions or mediate your disputes, so you must protect them from the adult issues, vent to a trusted friend, a family member, or a therapist. That's what they are there for. But in front of your child, you and your co-parent are a team. Even when you disagree, present a united front. This protection, this emotional shield you provide, is a profound act of love that will allow them to heal and adjust in the healthiest way possible. Your child is going to have a lot of feelings about the separation. They might feel sad, angry, confused, guilty, or even relieved. And honestly, all of those feelings are valid, every single one. Your job isn't to fix their feelings or tell them not to feel a certain way. Your most important role is to create a safe space for them to express whatever is in their heart without judgment. This requires what I call deep empathetic listening. It's not just hearing the words, it's about tuning into the emotion behind the words. It's putting down your phone, turning off the TV, and giving them your full, undivided attention. When your child says, "I miss Dad," don't jump in with, "But we're having fun here," or "You'll see him on Friday." Instead, try validating their feeling. Say something like, "I know you do, sweetie. It's okay to miss him. I understand." When you validate their emotions, you tell them that their inner world makes sense and that they are safe to share it with you. This builds a powerful bond of trust and lets them know they don't have to carry their emotional burdens alone. They learn that feelings are not scary things to be pushed away, but are simply signals that need to be heard and understood. Above all, through your words and your actions, you must constantly reassure your children that they are loved unconditionally by both parents. They need to hear it, and they need to feel it. Tell them, "Mum and Dad may not be married anymore, but we will both be your mum and dad forever, and we both love you more than anything." Remind them often that the separation is in no way their fault. Many children harbor a secret fear that they did something to cause the breakup. You have to explicitly and repeatedly release them from that imagined guilt. This constant reassurance of love and blamelessness is the emotional safety net that will catch them and allow them to feel secure in their new reality. A clear, well-thought-out parenting plan is your roadmap to a more peaceful co-parenting journey. It's the blueprint that helps you avoid so many of the common conflicts that can arise. Sitting down with your co-parent, perhaps with a mediator to help, and creating a detailed agreement about schedules, holidays, and decision-making is not about rigidity, it's about clarity. Who will have the children for which holidays this year? How will you handle summer vacation? What is the process for making important decisions about education or healthcare? Getting these things down on paper when you are both calm eliminates the need for stressful last-minute negotiations. This plan should cover the predictable rhythms of your child's life. A consistent weekly schedule that the child can understand and rely on is crucial. For example, Sunday night through Wednesday morning you're at Mom's, and Wednesday after school through Sunday morning you're at Dad's. When a child knows the plan, they feel a sense of control and predictability in their lives, which dramatically reduces their anxiety about transitions. A large, visible calendar in both homes where the schedule is marked can be an incredibly helpful tool, allowing them to see what their weeks and months look like at a glance. But here is the other side of that coin. While a plan is essential, so is the ability to be flexible. Life happens. Children get sick, special opportunities come up, and schedules sometimes need to shift. Your child's needs will also change as they grow. What works for a 6-year-old will not work for a 16-year-old who has a job and a bustling social life. The key is to build a foundation of mutual respect and cooperation so that when you need to adapt the plan, you can do so through a calm, collaborative conversation. A successful co-parenting relationship is one that can bend without breaking, always prioritizing what is truly best for the child in that moment. I want to be very clear about something. There is no shame in asking for help. In fact, it is a sign of incredible strength and a testament to your deep commitment to your child's well-being. Navigating the emotional landscape of separation and co-parenting is one of the most difficult challenges you will ever face. You are not expected to have all the answers or to do it perfectly on your own. Sometimes, the wisest and most loving thing you can do for your family is to bring in a neutral, trained professional to help guide you through the process. Family mediators, for instance, can be invaluable. A mediator is not a judge who decides who is right or wrong. They are a trained facilitator who helps you and your co-parent communicate more effectively and reach agreements that you both can live with. They can help you create that detailed parenting plan we talked about in a calm, structured environment. They provide a safe space to work through disagreements productively, keeping the focus where it belongs, on the best interests of your children. This can save you from months or even years of conflict and emotional turmoil. And then there is therapy, both for yourselves as individuals and for your children. A therapist can provide you with tools to manage your own grief, anger, and stress, which in turn makes you a more present and patient parent. For children, a child therapist's office can be a safe haven where they can express their feelings through talk, play, or art with a trusted adult who is outside of the family conflict. Seeking professional help is not an admission of failure. It is an investment. It is an investment in your own healing, and most importantly, it's a powerful investment in your child's happy and healthy future. So, let's just take a breath right here. What we've been talking about is not easy. It requires patience, it requires grace, and it requires a deep, unwavering commitment. But here is the truth I want you to hold on to. Separation does not have to be a story of damage for your child. It does not have to be the defining wound of their childhood. The end of a marriage or a romantic partnership is not the end of your family. It is a redefinition of it. You are and always will be a family, just in a different form, and you have the power to make this new form a source of strength and security for your children. It all comes down to the choices you make every single day. The choice to communicate with respect, the choice to create stability, the choice to protect your children from conflict, the choice to listen to their hearts. With every act of commitment, every respectful conversation, every moment of shared parenting, you are laying a new foundation for your child. A foundation built on the truth that they are loved, they are safe, and they are supported by two parents who are working together for them. This is how you create a balanced and emotionally secure environment for them to grow and to flourish. Your children are watching. They are learning from you how to handle life's biggest challenges with dignity and love. By co-parenting peacefully, you give them the greatest gift of all, the freedom to be children and the powerful example of resilience, respect, and unconditional love. You can do this. Your family's next chapter is waiting to be written, and you hold the pen. Thank you for joining me today.